Well, I'm sitting by my iPhone 2s playing in the breeze. Well, I'm sitting on my iPhone tunes playing in the breeze.
Well, I'm sitting on my iPhone tunes playing in the breeze. But I found something new that brought me to my knees. It's a funky little show called Podcast. Got my headphones on, I'm getting down fast. Ooh, yeah. Host got a smooth voice like velvet in the night. Talking about podcasts, it's a real delight. Interviews and stories inside. Podcasts, keep me up all night. Ooh, yeah.
Welcome to Podcast. Thank you for joining us. This is your host, Lily Abernathy. Today's episode, Where Are the Loud Boys? Part 2, Robbie Goodwin, autistic Lothario, sports analyst, podcaster, voice actor. Enter Robert Fernando Goodwin Gonzalez, better known by his stage name, Robbie Goodwin. Born to a humble family in Northern California and raised during the 90s, Robbie always dreamed of becoming a star. Like his Jewish idols, Adam Sandler, Woody Allen, and Adam Duritz, and one not-so-Jewish idol, Seth MacFarlane. Eventually, he made his way to New York and started the Loud Boys podcast with fellow co-hosts Dalton Lee Pruitt and Joe Gorman. Robbie was becoming a common guest on more and more rising podcasts. He was also entering the orbit of the very powerful Gas Digital Network. Following the CIA attack that left Dalton Pruitt hospitalized and the subsequent disbanding of the Loud Boys podcast, Robbie began to look for new ventures. This eventually led Goodwin to starting a new podcast with fellow Latino co-host Mike Figs, known as the Young Guns. As things were starting to look good for Goodwin, tragedy struck once more. In typical Latino fashion, Figs had betrayed Goodwin. Figs had accepted a vacant co-host position on The Thing Is, Ding, with Shannon Lee, a wonderful and personal friend of Podcast, part of the Gas Digital Network. And now, a message from today's sponsor, Mr. Tom Segura.
Hey guys, what's up? We are introducing the next round of money shots. These are photos taken on my last tour by the great Sean Nix. The last 2 rounds sold out super fast. So if you want to get one, they are one-of-one prints. You can have the photo sent or you can have it framed and matted. It's up to you, but like I said, they go really fast. They're one-of-ones. You'll never find them anywhere else again. I hope you find a city maybe that you want to get a show in, and that's it. Get a picture.
Do you like watching comedy in arenas? Do you like limited edition merch? Do you like photos of comedians at said arenas, taken while they are performing, so that you can hang them in your home office or sex dungeon? Then, boy, do I have the perfect product for you. Head on over to tomsegura.com/moneyshots to sign up for the mailing list. This way, you can be sure to get limited edition photos of Tom performing at arenas when they are released. Use code GRIFTMAX with 3 X's to receive free shipping. Now back to Podcast. Not all hope was lost for Goodwin. Good fortune would soon come his way. With self-growth came a new podcast titled What About Rob with co-host Wolfgang Hunter. I am glad to report that the new podcast is a completely listenable experience. However, more good fortune awaited for Robbie. Word spread on the desert planet of Arrakis of a blind man known only as the Preacher. He was urging civil disobedience against the current podcast empire. Please join us in the future for the conclusion of Where Are the Loud Boys? Part 3. Dalton Lee Pruitt.